the DC Universe streaming platform is going to be launching at some point soon, hopefully, and one of the biggest titles on that is going to be the Titans TV series, and there's now been a number of set photos that have been leaked online, so that's what we're going to be talking about in this episode. Now, joining me in the Wave Rider as usual are
Stuart,
Ross,
Rob,
and I'm Liam, and this is the Legends of Podcasting. So, yeah, there's been a bunch of different photos that we've seen. Some of them not so good looking, like the one where we saw, I think they were just hanging out at the side of the set and they had their jackets on and that, so they weren't looking too great. But we've got some cooler ones. In particular, we've got one that shows the bat signal now, which is kind of cool. So, guys, come on, what did you guys think on these photos that have come out? What stood out to you so far?
No, it's interesting that they're focusing on Robin and Gotham in particular as probably where it's going to start off. I'm not sure, from what I can see about the write-up for this show at the moment, whether they're going to start off with the team fully formed or it's going to form over the course of the series. But I'm having a quick look at the... you go to Wikipedia and have a look at... They've released the titles for the first 9 episodes of this show. And it looks like the titles... Well, just as spoiler alert for guys if you don't want to see it, but it's on Wikipedia. Episode 2 is called Hawk and Dove. Episode 5, Doom Patrol. Episode 7, Jason Todd. Episode 9, Donna Troy. So the kind of talk on the street, because I'm from the street, is that...
is that suburban street?
It's a pavement, mate.
Okay, sorry.
It's based on a true story.
Like I grew up on an estate too. It's got 40 acres. But
He's dying.
The general consensus is that the Titans show seems to be going to be launching a backdoor pilots for all of the other shows that are going to be coming out of DC's streaming service.
It makes sense. It's like Hawk and Dove.
Yeah,
and I mean Jason Todd I don't really understand, but Hawk and Dove definitely, and maybe the Doom Patrol are not very well known.
I'm not sure why we needed Doom. Let's save that another day. I don't know why we need Doom Patrol TV series. It's kind of
maybe they've had a really good idea while making this show, and they thought, right, well, why don't we do this and we'll set that off in this?
It's more bloody cash.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we know the Doom Patrol's going to get its own series coming out the back of this, but
I mean, I kind of thought Jason Todd would be part of the Titans. I don't think he would get his own show.
Well, we know it's definitely Dick Grayson that's leading the Titans and their iteration of Robin. So presumably this is pre-Jokerization of Jason Todd. So,
I guess, but I guess
because he in the comics he did join the Titans very briefly because Bruce wanted him to get a bit more.
Yeah, well, they've done it in the animated movies, haven't they? Well, it was Damien instead of Jason, but they've sort of taken that story in the animated movies. So I'd be interested to see if he's going to be Robin then, or if he's going to be.
I don't know whether it be a Robin or another version of it, or because obviously. You kind of want Robin leading the Titans, unless they've already made Dick Nightwing.
Well, in the first picture of him, he's in the Robin costume.
Yeah, I would guess he would evolve if they're going to do this TV show that's going to last a few seasons.
Yeah,
let him evolve into Nightwing by 3 or 4.
Yeah. Going back to what we were saying at the start about those photos, the Gotham set,
there's a taxi cab, and
the bat signal in particular.
So you think we're going to see a Batman?
That was as soon as I saw that bat signal, I was like, we're going to see Batman in this.
Because we had that with Supergirl for a while. It was like, where's Superman's got to be in this, Superman's got to be in this, and then he showed up in season 2. So
and it went down really well.
But then, if you guys ever watched the original Teen Titans cartoon series that came out about 10 years ago now, Robin kept mentioning, without dropping names, I've got a father, I've got a mentor kind of thing, and every time he said that, the bats would come out in the background, and they were fighting on top of Wayne Technology, Wayne Enterprises at one point. So it was referenced, but never specifically spoken.
It's just, it'd just be interesting why would Robin appear for the bat signal to speak to Commissioner Gordon, not Batman?
Exactly.
I don't know. Well,
unless Batman's missing or something.
Possibly. I mean, the thing I think they're going to use this series to form the team together.
Maybe they're going to use it to form, because they've been hinting at Batman in Supergirl for years. So maybe this is another segue for them to go, right, we've cast our Batman and we're going to do a separate show, and that's a secret. And they're going to announce it at San Diego Comic-Con.
Batwoman's going to be in season 4 of Supergirl, isn't she?
Yeah.
So
they could tie them all together. I mean, is this universe going to be in a separate one? Is it going to be in Supergirls? Is it going to be an Arrowverse?
It's being produced by Jeff Johns, who's taken over all of the DC.
Yeah. And Greg Berginelli, who writes all the DC
stuff.
So. Makes sense.
Yeah. Is it going to be a different universe? And then these guys are going to tie into crossover... Number 3, that will really have the.
Imagine Superman and Batman showing up. Arrow could just hang up his bow. See you later, guys. I'm done.
Which is that's the thing that gets me. I mean, everyone as soon as they announced Jason Todd, and I don't know if you've seen the photos of the Robin costume, but
the Robin costume looks amazing.
But everyone was suddenly going, "Oh, Red Hood's going to be." It's like, no, he's not going to be Red Hood just yet. It's going to be. I don't know whether they'll have that as a storyline. Maybe
I would think that's because that's his main story. I know he's Robin for a few years, but the people who read the comic voted to kill him off, so that he wasn't popular as Robin. So he's only been popular when he's been Red Hood.
He stole the wheels off the Batmobile.
I know he did. Batman should have bat slapped him.
All of that aside, I think the most interesting thing for me looking at this episode list is the fact that they're introducing Donna Troy into the lineup.
Yes.
Who's Wonder Girl.
Yeah.
Well, not Wonder Girl. Right, her comics origin, go to Wikipedia and spend about 4 hours trying to understand what the hell happened to her, because her origin is so messed up. But it's like been retconned and changed over hundreds of years.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll be Wonder Girl just to make it easy.
Yeah, so
I'm really just to see what Beast Boy's going to be like, because I love him. I love him as a character. And he looks, I know those pictures came out when they were like sort of, but he's going to be CGI'd obviously, so it'd be great to see how good the CG is for that, because I'm assuming, I suppose Starfire?
Starfire,
Starfire is going to have CG as well. And Raven, there's going to be quite a lot of CG in this. They're going to see how much budget they have, as it's going to be their own TV show, which is interesting.
Well, hopefully, I imagine DC using this to launch their universe,
because this is going to be what's going to really get the attention of the DC Universe streaming platform. Yeah. This is what's going to bring you into it, because this is presumably, because it looks like it's going to be the launching platform for the other shows. This is going to be the first of their shows to go on there that is original. So the other content that's going to be on there, from what we now know, there's going to be other movies and like the back catalogue of DC stuff. So older TV shows presumably, and older DC movies are all going to be in there. And apparently now there's also going to be comics in there as well. But you can access all of that stuff elsewhere. So it's the Titans show is what's going to bring you in. So they're going to want this to look good and be good. So maybe they will be actually throwing a good amount of budget at this.
I hope so.
It makes sense for it to be, because otherwise if this fails, then the others aren't going to make it past season 1.
Well, that's why I'm looking at Hawk and Dove. I'm thinking, why do we need a TV show of them? They've never really been popular characters,
but maybe that's what they want to do. They want to make their characters popular. Like, it worked for Marvel. Like, all of their heroes, especially like Guardians of the Galaxy, were C-list heroes, but now everybody knows them by name. They love them, and they probably want to do the same thing with their characters.
Possibly. But then if you look at the Netflix Marvel shows, which Daredevil's still great, but the others are taking a dramatic dip in quality every time they do a new show. Like, I love Jessica Jones season 1, but it was quite obvious from watching season 2 that the best thing about that was David Tennant's Purple Man, because the series, I don't know if you guys have seen season 2, without spoiling it, the whole second season is missing a strong villain, and it's kind of Jessica going through her life.
I was worried about that after seeing the first season, because he was so good. I was like, I think they made a mistake killing him off.
And Luke Cage was kind of average. Didn't really do much for the season. Punisher started strong, and then kind of went down a very strange route, which wasn't a bad way to go about the series, but it wasn't what you were looking for from a Punisher show, really. And then you had Iron Fist, which I watched again the other day. I rushed, and annoyingly for me, disappointing, because I like that character, and I didn't really do a good job with him. I'm hoping season 2 is going to start upping that a bit.
Well, the thing is with like the DC TV shows, they're a lot more popular than the other shows.
Yeah.
Like Flash is still, I think, the most popular show. And we seem to see like Legends
of
judging
Tomorrow
by our videos, they seem to be very popular. So hopefully most of the people that watch that will just jump onto these.
And again, this, I mean, Flash isn't, I suppose, but like you could Supergirl, I suppose you could call like a B-list hero, because Superman's the A-list, and Green Arrow isn't really an A-list hero, but they're really popular. So if you bring in Robin,
I think Robin is quite a popular character. He's quite well known, isn't he? So he's definitely got to be the strong character in this show, I think.
I mean, if Burt Ward cameos in it, mate, I mean, I'm sold. If Burt Ward show up somehow, amazing.
Yeah, but honestly, I'm more looking forward to seeing Raven. See if
they do a good job. They have said that Brother Blood is going to be a strong antagonist.
Yeah, we said that the two Teen Titans animated movies they've done have been really good.
Well, speaking of the animated stuff, just to segue off slightly into other Teen Titans news, I've lost the bloody source for it now. I had it up on the page a minute ago. the success of Teen Titans Go, the movie coming out this year, they're potentially going to relaunch the original cartoon series Teen Titans for a new 6th season.
Maybe they're going to do it on this DC universe.
Yeah,
probably.
Which would be amazing because as
Young Justice as
Liam knows, I bloody hate Teen Titans Go. They can die in a fire for
everyone but Liam hates Teen Titans.
Yeah, but
the movie looked hilarious.
Sorry, we're losing you, Liam. You're cutting out.
What?
Can't hear you.
We're going through a tunnel.
Can't hear you. So what?
But no, so if this takes off, they'll probably bring back which a lot of people have been excited about, the old cartoon series.
There's a massive time, but same with
which would be interesting, given that we've got Young Justice coming up season 3, which both of them cover the teen hero aspect. So.
I cannot wait. That is the thing I'm most looking forward to because I love that show.
We'll definitely
so much.
be reacting
to that.
To Young Justice because I am. It's one of my favourite.
I think I've watched it 4 times, all both seasons. I love it that much.
I thought you were saying something a bit more than that. 4 times.
Yeah, 4 times to watch 2 seasons. It's quite a lot.
Yeah.
Only finished like 2013. It's like every year it's been offline. I've watched it.
Yeah, it's good. But it's one of those because each episode kept you wanting to watch the next one.
It was so well written.
That's why I'm hoping. I mean, it's the weird thing about this season 3. What's going to happen is it's going to be so much anticipation.
Hope it doesn't fall flat.
Yeah, hope it doesn't fall flat.
But they had a script for free before it got cancelled, so I'm hoping they'll just continue it.
So it looks like we've got a lot of. The DC teen stuff coming in with you've got Young Justice season 3, Teen Titans Go the movie, followed by a possible Teen Titans TV series, and obviously Titans live action series, which is going to have lots of cameos and lead-ins to other shows that are going to feature more teen heroes.
So it's very because there's not been very. You only really know about the main cast at the moment of Teen Titans. There's like assuming Hawk and Dove have been cast. I
can't remember who's playing them. They put promo.
Have they announced if Deathstroke's even in it?
I think I thought an image of him, like an image of.
Is it going to be Malinello?
No,
that would be amazing.
Imagine if that.
Imagine if that shot. Everyone was like, "Oh, it's going to be the new Batman film." It was nothing to do with it, and it was literally just Titans.
If Ben Affleck shows up as Batman in that show, I mean, shit's going to go down.
I'm going to get more than a semi.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And the
risk of making myself unpopular, the only thing that's missing from the Teen Titans TV show is Cyborg, because he's not a Justice League member, he's a Titan, and will always be a Titan. Get him out of the Justice League. Sorry.
It's the new 52 that changed all that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's because they needed a.
And that's the thing that is kind of funny, the fact that Cyborg's not in it, which kind of makes sense in saying the idea that, well, in the movies he's now a member of the actual Justice League, and in the animated movies he's a member of the Justice League. But in the Teen Titans cartoon and in Teen Titans Go, and
he's in Go,
and in the older comics and that, he's always been a Titan.
Yeah.
So
is Kid Flash in it?
It does seem like the show's kind of missing out there by not having Cyborg. Got with the idea. I mean,
because that was my favourite iteration of the comics. I can't remember what year it was. It was leading up into Final Crisis. It had a team being led by the base team had Impulse, Robin, Wonder Girl. Tim Drake, Robin, and a few others in it, and they were working out Titan's Tower. But the two mentor characters of Titan's Tower were Starfire and Cyborg, who were basically there to act as mentors to mentor the heroes into adultship, and they worked well because they'd been Titans for a while, and that kind of it worked well. It's that whole comic arc issue worked really well. So that's kind of why I get annoyed when I see Cyborg as being a Justice League member. It's like he kind of works better as a mentor for younger heroes.
Well, the thing is, with Cyborg works so well nowadays is because technology is a main part of our world, and he's just got such an advantage in that. So I feel like that's why they've upgraded him.
Yeah.
Upgraded 2.0.
Cyborg.
Easy way to do
it. All right, so that's it. Obviously, there's a bunch more. There's a whole load of photos that are now online from the upcoming Titans TV series for the DC Universe streaming platform. So just check them out, take a look, and let us know what you think of how this show is looking and what you're expecting, what you're hoping of this show, what you're liking, what you're not liking from what you've seen so far. Love to hear what your thoughts are. You can comment wherever you found this episode. You also find us on YouTube or across social media and anywhere where podcasts live. So that's it from me.
That's it from us.
Yep.
Apart from some horrible singing of the original Teen Titans theme tune. When there's trouble, you know who to call. Teen Titans!